Rockhurst receiver in motion. It's another handoff play again. Only a gain of 2 this time to bring up 3rd and 6. Again,
handoff to number 23, Callan Art. Stop by number 88, Kevin Sullivan.
Kevin Sullivan was right there on the tackle for the Hawkins.
Gain of 2 brings up 3rd down and 4 at the 30.
Close to the first down marker. Let's see if he got enough.
23, Callan Art on the carry. Tripped up by number 43, Jeb Kenning.
Like
number 11, Pierce Fisher.
Gain of 5 as he gets all the way
gain
up
of
to
4. 1st and 10 Saints at their own 34.
I just really thought that he had gotten all the way up to the 35-yard line, but we'll place it back at the 34. But nevertheless, it's enough for a Saints first down.
Number 2, LZ Slaughter, back to pass, brought down by number 62, Jack Manning. Loss of 6, 2nd and 16 at the 28.
Oh, no, I muted it. My bad. Thanks, bro. Oh, you want him to zoom in? Okay, all right. Gotcha. All righty, I got it. Thank you. Yeah, zoom in just a little bit.
We're 23, Callan Art on the carry.
Callan Art again on the carry for the Saints. Not much going right there. It's going to be 3rd and long coming up.
Gain of 4, 3rd down and 12 at the 32.
Third down and 12 at the 32-yard line with a little over 6.5 minutes left to go. It's an end-around play this time as he tries to find an edge, but he's going to be met immediately in the backfield. And it's a loss of 3, and the Hawklets force a 3 and out. Kevin Sullivan again on the tackle. He's been making plays left and right throughout the course of this game so far. And the Hawklets are going to get the ball right back.
Number 28. In the kick, number 18, Baron Gavin. Back deep for Rockhurst, number 11, Pierce Fisher.
And the punter for St. Thomas Aquinas standing back deep at his own 14-yard line, waiting to take the snap. And the Hawklets coming up with another 3rd down stop. And this is a high punt up in the air. It's going to take a bounce at the 45, and it's going to take a Saints roll all the way down to the 37. Slowly rolling, and then it will stop at the 36. Not a bad punt for St. Thomas Aquinas. They're able to shift the field a little bit. And the Hawklets are going to get pretty good field position here on this next drive. Still no score here between the Hawklets and the Saints. Once again, my name's Austin Eckert. Thank you all so much for tuning in right here on A10varsity.com. And once again, we do apologize for the technical difficulties. But we're finally on the air, and we appreciate everybody for spending their Friday evening with us right here on A10 Varsity. Well, as I was kind of talking about both of these teams, it was a high and intense matchup last year, and it came down to the wire. Rockhurst came all the way back and was able to win that game 45-44 in overtime. Charlie Luce lining up in the gun. He's going to take the snap, and there's some late flags thrown.
Penalty flag on the play.
Looks like it's going to be a false start on the Hawklets. Not exactly the start that they wanted to have here on this drive, as, again, we still have no score. It'll be a 5-yard penalty, and now it'll be 1st and 15. And they're going to move him back all the way to the 26.
False start against Rockhurst, 5-yard penalty, makes it 1st and 15 at the 26.
5:56 left to go here in the second quarter. Still no score here between these two. And a false start penalty moves him back 5 yards to the 26. 1st and 15. Luce is going to line up in the gun with the back lined up to his right. He's going to roll out to his right. dumps it off, and it's caught right around the 25-yard line, and he's going to get tackled at around the 27. Not much going right there. 2nd and long coming up for the Hawklets.
Pass to Charlie Luce, complete to number 25, Van Pham.
Van Pham on the catch.
45,
and we're going to see a lot from Van Pham here tonight.
2nd and 13.
And he's one of the 3 running backs here in this offense that can run the ball down the field and get you some useful yardage. We'll see how much they utilize him here tonight. 2nd down and 13 at the 28-yard line. Luce is going to roll out to his left, and he tries to fire the pass, and it's incomplete as he was looking for Riley Sullivan. And that'll be 3rd down and long coming up, and that will stop the clock at 5 minutes and 12 seconds.
5, Riley Sullivan, incomplete. Pressure on the play by number 45, Andrew Ham.
Again, 5:12 left to go here in the 2nd quarter. It's really been a defensive battle between these two. We'll see what the Hawklets can do here on 3rd and long. And again, the false start penalty, of course, didn't help. We'll see if they can make up for those 5 yards that they lost. Luce is going to take the snap of the gun, and he's going to fire it down the near sideline, and it's dropped and incomplete. He was looking for Riley Sullivan down the near sideline, and the Hawklets are going to have to punt the ball away. So St. Thomas Aquinas gets another stop on defense. And really, I was expecting a lot of points to be scored here between these two, but I was quite wrong. It's been a defensive battle. And now Aquinas will have a chance to punch it into the end zone here as we approach the end of the first half. 5:06 left to go here in the 2nd quarter. And this one's a high, booming punt, and it'll bounce at the 32. Bounce back right around the 37, and the Hawklets are going to have to fall right on top of it at the 43. And that punt looked like it lost about 12 yards right there after the bounce. And a gift for the Saints, and it'll be 1st and 10 here at the 43-yard line.
29 yards on the punt. 1st and 10 Saints at their own 43.
4:54 left to go here in this first half. It's been fairly a quick first half. But again, a defensive showing from both teams. And that'll be 1st and 10 at the 43. He'll send his receiver in motion, and it's a pitch play out to the left side as he tries to find an edge. Hurdles over a defender, tries to spin, but he'll get tackled right around the 48.
Callan Arnott on the carry.
Callan Arnott again on the carry. And again, expect a lot from the run game tonight from both of these teams.
2nd and 4.
Haven't seen a lot of passing action tonight here from St. Thomas Aquinas, but maybe they'll pull some trickery here with the score deadlocked at 0 apiece. 4:17 left to go here in the 2nd. He's going to line up under center, and he'll pitch it around to the right side as he tries to find an edge, crosses midfield, and gets to about the 46.
And around to number 11, Brett Yankovic.
Brett Yankovic gets the carry this time as he gets all the way up to the 49. That's where they're going to mark him down. Correction, the 47-yard line of Rockhurst. And it'll be enough for a Saints 1st down. 3:55 left to go here in the 2nd quarter. And the Saints have the ball at the Rockhurst 47. Elsie Slaughter lines up under center. He'll send his receiver in motion, and he'll hand it off again to Arnott as he tries to run to the left side, and he'll get all the way up to the 45. Not much going. It looked like the front line for Rockhurst was right all over it.
64, Drew Bozino.
And if you look back at last week's game for Rockhurst, they had a hard time getting off the field defensively, thus leading to all the inconsistencies that they had offensively. That was one of those rough nights for the Hawklets, but again, they're looking to turn it around, and it seems as if they're doing pretty well defensively so far. And again, it's important for both of these teams to turn the page, win or lose, because you never know what next week is going to bring. And Slaughter's going to line up under center. He'll hand it off again to the left side. It looks like it's going to be an end around, and he's going to be tackled at midfield as he is slammed down to the ground.
Number 6, Will Callahan on the carry. Stopped by number 38, Max Muirland. Loss of 5.
What a tackle right there. And now they'll bring up 3rd and long. 3rd and 11 at the 48. 2:33 left to go here in the second quarter. And again, St. Thomas Aquinas here with an opportunity to get some points going into the half. But we'll see what they can do here. 3rd and 11 at the 48-yard line. 2:17 left to go. And Slaughter lines up under center. Do they go pass play? We'll see. Slaughter is going to drop back to pass, and he dumps it off at the 45-yard line as he tries to shift a defender, and he'll get down at all the way to the 39-yard line.
23, Callan Art. Tackle by number 40.
Callan Art it right there on the catch, and it won't be enough for a first down. It'll be 4th and short.
Gain of 8.
We'll see what St. Thomas Aquinas decides to do here. This could be a big play in the game here late in the first half. Rather a quick first half. 1:40 left to go here in the second. $1:30 left to go here in the first half. 4th and 3 at the 40. It's a handoff play to the right side. It's enough for a first down as he gets all the way up near the 32-yard line.
23, Callan Art.
Callan Art it again on the carry. And really, he's been the workhorse of this St. Thomas Aquinas offense.
Gain of 7.
And it's enough for a first down. That's the first 4th down conversion that they've had tonight. 1:10 left to go here in the first half. Slaughter lines up under center again. There's some whistles right before the snap.
Timeout.
And we do have a timeout on the field, and looks like Rockhurst is going to call their first timeout of the half. That'll stop the clock at 1 minute and 7 seconds left here in the second quarter. We'll go ahead and step aside for a brief commercial break, but when we come back, St. Thomas Aquinas will have the ball at the Rockhurst 33 for first down and 10. And we welcome you back to our live coverage of high school football right here on a10varsity.com. My name's Austin Eckert, and it's a battle between a Kansas school and a Missouri school, St. Thomas Aquinas, excuse me, and the Rockhurst Hawklets. With 1 minute 7 left to go here in the first, still no score. Slaughter lines up under center again. Looks like it's another handoff play to Fahm.
Callan Art on the carry. Tackle by number 40.
Correction, Callan Art at this time gets the carry. Gets all the way up to the 30. We're under 1 minute left to go. 50 seconds left to go. Slaughter's going to toss it out to the left side to Arnott again as he hurdles over a defender down the far sideline, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds near the 20. We'll see where they mark him out of bounds. That'll stop the clock at 43 seconds.
Gain of 11.
It's a gain of 11 for Callan Arnott. 43 seconds left to go. St. Thomas looking to punch it into the end zone here. Still no score. A defensive battle here in the first half. Slaughter lines up under center. He'll send his receiver in motion. They'll toss it out to the right side, but there is a flag, and they blow the play dead. And it looks like it's going to be a false start penalty on the Saints. And indeed it is. It's a 5-yard penalty, and it'll push them back. Looks like to the 24-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 15. Not exactly what you wanted right there if you're St. Thomas Aquinas. After having that long run play from Callan Arnott, but the false start penalty is going to move him back 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15. 42 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. We'll see what St. Thomas Aquinas does here. 1st and 15 at the 24. Slaughter again lines up under center. And another handoff play up the middle as he gets to about the 20-yard line. Looks like it's going to be a gain of 4. But we'll see if St. Thomas decides to call a timeout, and indeed they do. So they call another timeout, and it'll stop the clock at 35 seconds here in the second quarter. Still no score here between St. Thomas Aquinas and Rockhurst. We'll go ahead and step aside for a brief commercial break, but when we come back, it'll be second down and 10 at the 19-yard line of Rockhurst for St. Thomas Aquinas.
Price Chopper and Kansas City go together. Like burgers and backyard barbecues. Like a hard day's work and a warm welcome home. Like hot dogs and hot days at the K. Like the game-winning hit and the post-game celebration. We're proud to call Kansas City home. And proud to be local families serving local families like yours. Thank you, Kansas City, for always having a place for us at your
And we're back on the air for A10 Varsity. My name's Austin Eckert. Still no score here between St. Thomas Aquinas and Rockhurst. 35 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. St. Thomas has the ball at the Rockhurst 19-yard line. Second down and 10 coming up after a 5-yard run play. Slaughter again lines up under center. He'll send his receiver in motion. And he's going to roll out to his right. He's going to try to fire a pass. And he's flushed. He can't find an open receiver. And he's going to get tackled in the backfield at around the 27-yard line. It's a loss of 8 on the sack. And it looks like we're going to have another timeout on the field.
Jack Manning and number 70, Declan Sullivan.
Looked like Declan Sullivan was right there on the tackle for the Hawklets. But we do have another timeout on the field. However, the Rockhurst players are still out on the field. And now they come to the sideline. Looks like there was a little bit of confusion. 23 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Still no score here in the first half. A defensive effort here from both of these teams. We'll go ahead and step aside for another commercial break.
Get a shake with your points and some fries on the side with your points.
You get more with every order.
Woo! Get a Whataburger or a patty melt or some breakfast with the points.
You get more with every order.
Get a biscuit or a brownie, but no matter what you pick, you get more.
Like your favorite Whataburger or whatever, 'cause it all gives you more with Whataburger rewards.
There is a personal foul penalty called on Rockhurst during the timeout. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty, and it'll give St. Thomas Aquinas excellent field position. If you go back earlier in the drive, they've had 2 false start penalties that have moved them back 10 yards in total. And then you had that false start penalty after the 11-yard run play that put them inside the red zone and then pushed them back out of the red zone to the 24-yard line. We'll see where they mark the ball after the personal foul penalty. I didn't see any extracurricular afterwards. So it did catch me off guard to hear a call in the middle of the timeout, but it looks like St. Thomas Aquinas is going to have the ball all the way up to the Rockhurst 10-yard line. And if that's the case, it'll be first down and goal. And we'll see if the Saints can punch it into the end zone here before the half. Correction, it'll be second down and 1 at the 9-yard line. So after the personal foul penalty that was called late, it'll be second down and 1 at the 9-yard line. 23 seconds left to go here in the second quarter.
Take that first down and 1.
Okay, it'll be first down and goal. Pardon me. I was looking at the scoreboard and it said second down and 1, and then the official just noted that it's first and 1, I suppose. And it's a pass play to the left side, and it's caught as he gets tackled right around the 6-yard line. Nothing much right there. And another timeout is going to be called.
Pass from L.C. Slaughter, complete.
Not sure who called that timeout, but that'll stop the clock at 18 seconds. Looks like Rockhurst called their final timeout of the first half. Again, that stops the clock at 18 seconds. St. Thomas Aquinas has the ball all the way up to the 6-yard line. And they're 6 yards away from punching it into the end zone and getting the first score of the evening. We'll go ahead and step aside for another commercial break, but we'll be back here momentarily.
I love the sound of someone getting their money's worth. I mean, where else are you going to get ahs like that for 99 cents? Only in Casey's Country. It's not crazy, it's Casey's. For a limited time, get medium fountain drinks for just 99 cents.
First and goal at the 6.
Hello and welcome back to our live coverage of high school football right here on a10varsity.com. My name's Austin Eckert. Thank you all so much for choosing to spend your Friday evening with us. Again, apologize for the late start, but it's been a defensive battle here between these two here in the first half. But St. Thomas Aquinas will have a chance to break the 0-0 tie, again with 18 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. And it will be first down and goal at the 6-yard line. So we'll find out here in a minute if St. Thomas Aquinas can punch it into the end zone and get the first score of the evening. And Slaughter's going to line up under center. Slaughter's going to roll out to his right as he tries to look for an open receiver. It's caught at the 5, hurdles over the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown, St. Thomas Aquinas. It's the first score of the evening, and it comes here with 12 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. As Slaughter connects, it looked like that was Kellen Arden on the catch. And the Saints punch it into the end zone and break the 0-0 tie finally here late in the second quarter. 12 seconds left to go. Here's the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up. And it is through the uprights.
Number 22,
it's St. Thomas Aquinas.
12 seconds left in the first half.
They now lead it 7-0 here over Rockhurst. And they get the first score of the evening thanks to a 6-yard pass from LZ Slaughter to Kellen Arden. And again, Kellen Arden has been the workhorse of this St. Thomas Aquinas offense. And you guys saw it on that drive. And they were finally able to punch it into the end zone. And it's now 7-0. And here with 12 seconds left to go, the Rockhurst Hawklets don't have any timeouts left. So perhaps once they get the ball back after the kickoff, they might just kneel it down and go into the half. And we haven't even reached an hour of play, and we're already here at the end of the first half. It's been a very quick first half here between these two. But it should shape up to be an exciting second half, though. It'll be interesting to see how the rest of this game plays out. Again, it definitely expected a lot of points to be scored. But again, it's been a defensive battle between these two, and St. Thomas Aquinas finally punches it into the end zone and gets the first score of the evening thanks to a 6-yard pass from LZ Slaughter to Kellen Arden. And this one's going to be returned at the 10-yard line as he runs out to the left side. He has an opening, gets to the 40, crosses midfield, gets to the 45, still on his feet. He's down the far sideline, crosses the 30-yard line, and gets tackled right around looks like the 27-yard line. There are triple zeros on the clock. And that might have been the final play of the first half, and it appears so. So St. Thomas Aquinas, they break the tie, and they punch it into the end zone with 12 seconds left to go. It's 7-0 Saints here over the Hawklets.
Presentation of the 2024 Hall of Fame.
Well, that being said, we're going to go ahead and step aside for a brief intermission. So go ahead and feel free to step aside, grab a breather, go to the bathroom, whatever you need to do. We'll be back on the air here in about, I think, 10 or 20 minutes. We will keep the camera on the scoreboard to let you guys know how much time is left until the start of the second half, so you guys can keep an eye on how much time you have in between. And we will have more coverage here between St. Thomas Aquinas and Rockhurst High School right here on a10varsity.com. Once again, my name's Austin Eckert, and thank you all so much for tuning in. It's now halftime with St. Thomas Aquinas leading Rockhurst 7-0. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our live coverage of high school football right here on a10varsity.com. My name's Austin Eckert, and once again, thank you all so much for tuning in, and I apologize for the late start. And I know some of you guys were worried, but no worries. We're finally on the air, and not much happened in the first half either, except it was a defensive battle between these two teams, and St. Thomas Aquinas was able to punch it into the end zone with a 6-yard pass from LZ Slaughter to Callan Arnott to make the score 7-0.
Find your next Mazda at Taminia Mazda in Olathe, proud supporter of Rockhurst Athletic. Exceptional car care.
Well, we do have 2.5 minutes left to go before we resume play here at Rockhurst High School.
Rockhurst swim and dive team, the Aquahawks have won 7.
And just to kind of recap what happened in that first half, really, Rockhurst had a couple of explosive. Rockhurst had a couple of explosive plays in the first quarter, but they weren't able to capitalize and punch it into the end zone. And really, it was the same story for St. Thomas Aquinas as well. But the Saints finally got some points on the board with 12 seconds left to go in the second quarter to make the score 7-0, and we're going to get ready for kickoff here with a little over a minute and a half left to go before we resume play here at Rockhurst High School. We'll go ahead and step aside for a commercial break, but when we come back, it'll be second half action here at Rockhurst High School. You are watching I'm used to saying Kansas high school football, but we are actually here in the state of Missouri. So you are watching high school football right here on a10varsity.com. We'll be right back.
Get a shake with your points and some fries on the side with your points.
You get more with every order.
Get a Whataburger or a patty melt or some breakfast with the points.
You get more with every order.
Get a biscuit or a brownie, but no matter what you pick, you get more.
Like your favorite Whataburger or whatever, cause it all gives you more with Whataburger rewards.
I love the sound of someone getting their money's worth. I mean, where else are you going to get like that for 99 cents? Only in Casey's Country. It's not crazy, it's Casey's. For a limited time, get medium fountain drinks for just 99 cents.
And we're back on the air on a10varsity.com. Once again, my name's Austin Eckert, and again, thank you all so much for spending your Friday evening with us. And again, nothing much going on here in this game so far, but St. Thomas Aquinas did punch it into the end zone from a 6-yard pass from LZ Slaughter to Callan Arnott to make the score 7-0. And now the Saints are going to kick it away to the Hawklets here to start the second half. And really, if you're Rockhurst, you're very glad and thankful that you got the ball to start the second half. Whereas, if you gave up a touchdown late in the first half and just went into the end zone 7-0, and then St. Thomas got the ball to start the second quarter, it wouldn't be a good scenario here for the Hawklets, as the kickoff is going to take a bounce at the 5-yard line. He's going to run it out to the left side as he has some turf in front of him. He's still on his feet as he crosses the 25. It gets tackled at the 30-yard line. Pierce Fisher on the return for the Hawklets. And now they're going to take over. We'll see where they mark him down. He got tackled near the 30-yard line. Looks like he did get all the way up to the 30-yard line, and that's where Rockhurst will begin their first drive of the second half. Hawkwitz working from right to left, with St. Thomas Aquinas working from left to right here to start the third quarter. Charlie Luce at quarterback, lining up in the gun with the back lined up to his left. He's going to hand it off to the left side, and he's met in the backfield by a swarm of white and gold as he gets tackled at the 28-yard line. Cash Lewandowski this time gets the carry. Haven't seen much of him tonight. No gain on the play for Lewandowski. It looked like he did get back up to the line of scrimmage, and they gave him forward progress, so it'll be 2nd and 10 at the 30. Luce lines up in the gun with the back lined up to his right. 2 receivers out to the left. Luce drops back to pass, fires it to the far side, and it's caught as he gets tackled right around the 30-yard line, or excuse me, the 35. Charlie Bernstein this time on the catch. And really, we don't see a lot of passing attack from Rockhurst, but you saw the running game from St. Thomas Aquinas, and Rockhurst can absolutely do the same, but might want to air it out a little bit here. Again, they haven't scored any points yet so far in this game, but maybe go to the air and change it up and see if it works out. 3rd and 3 at the 37-yard line after a 7-yard pass break from Charlie Luce to Bernstein, as he's going to get all the way up to near the 40-yard line. We'll see if he gets enough for the first down.
Stop by number 56.
This time it's Blake Thomas on the carry. And it will be 1st and 10 for the Hawklets.
Gain of 3. Good for a Rockhurst high.
And it is a gain of 3 on the carry, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the 40. 10-13 left to go here in the 3rd. And Rockhurst right now, their main objective is to punch it into the end zone and tie this game up. Again, a defensive effort from both of these teams has been brilliant so far. Play action pass from Luce, fires it to the near side, and it's caught as he gets pushed out of bounds near the 45-yard line.
33, Bo Newberger.
Bo Newberger this time gets the catch. Gets pushed out of bounds near the 45-yard line. They are going to mark him out at the 48-yard line of Rockhurst. So it's a gain of 8 on the play action pass from Luce to Newberger. 9:52 left to go here in the 3rd. 2nd down and 2 at the 48. They're going to hurry up to the line. Luce is going to line up under center this time in the I formation. And play action pass from Luce. Fires it over the middle, and it's caught at the 25-yard line. He's still on his feet as he crosses the 20-yard line and gets tackled at the 18. This time it's Riley Sullivan on the catch. Gets all the way up to the 18-yard line, and the Hawklets are in the red zone here to start the second half.
Down. 10 at the 18.
So after the long pass play from Charlie Luce to Riley Sullivan, it'll be 1st down and 10 at the 18-yard line. Luce is going to line up in the pistol formation this time. He's going to hand it off up the middle as he crosses the 10-yard line and gets all the way up to the 9. And we'll see if he gets enough for the first down. He might have gotten just a gain of 9, so they'll only need 1 more yard to get the first down and make it 1st and goal.
Gain of 9. 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 coming up, and it is indeed a gain of 9. 8:53 left to go here in the 3rd. 7-0 St. Thomas Aquinas leads it. We'll see if Rockhurst here can punch it into the end zone and finally get on the board here tonight. 2 receivers out to the left. Luce is going to line up under center. It's a handoff play up the middle, and he's going to get tackled right around the 6.
Pierce Fisher on the carry.
Pierce Fisher this time gets the carry.
Tackled by Joseph.
Only a gain of maybe 3 right there.
Gain of 4. Good for
And it is a gain of 4, and it will be enough for a Rockhurst first down. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 5. Only 5 yards away from punching it into the end zone and having an opportunity to tie this game up, of course, with the extra point after. 8:05 left to go. Clock continuing to tick. Luce lines up under center. He's going to hand it off up the middle. Gets near the goal line. It looks like he's going to be just short. And it's only a gain of 4.
Down to Pierce Fisher.
Pierce Fisher again gets the carry. Again, it's a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and goal at the 1. Only inches away from punching it into the end zone. We'll see if they give it right back to Fisher, or perhaps maybe do some trickery and have maybe a play action play. We'll find out. Luce is going to line up under center. 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line. He's going to keep it himself, and it looks like he got stumped at the goal line. Might have gotten pushed back maybe a yard or 2.
Number 32.
7:15 left to go here in the 3rd. It's going to be A gain of nothing right there on the quarterback keeper from Charlie Luce. 3rd and goal coming up at the 1-yard line. Can the Saints perhaps get a stop right at the goal line, or can the Hawklets tie it up here at 7 apiece, of course, with the touchdown and extra point? 2 receivers out to the left this time. It's a pitch play to the left side as he bulldozes his way into the end zone. It looks like, oh no, he's going to be short. Pierce Fisher gets the carry, but looks like he's just inches short of the goal line. Does Rockhurst go for it here on 4th and goal? I would think you would have to.
4th and goal at the...
Being down by a touchdown here in the middle of the 3rd quarter, you might have to go for it, and it looks like the Hawklets are going to do just that. 6:19 left to go in the 3rd. 4th and goal at the 1-yard line. Luce lines up under center. Pitch play to the left side to Fisher, and oh, he's short. He doesn't get over.
No gain on the...
St. Thomas Aquinas with a goal line stand. And it's a turnover on downs for Rockhurst. Oh my goodness. This is what this game has come down to. It's come down to defense. And you saw it right there from the Saints. They get a goal line stop at the 1-yard line. Initially, I had thought Pierce Fisher ran it into the end zone on 3rd and goal, but he was inches short. And he was short again on 4th and goal. And St. Thomas Aquinas gets a stop right at the goal line. However, they're going to have to work out of their own end zone here. 1st and 10, 6:07 left to go here in the 3rd. It's a quarterback keeper, and it looks like he's going to get all the way up to maybe the 4-yard line.
Quarterback sneak.
Does the ball come out? It looked like Rockhurst thought that the ball came out, but the official had already blew the play dead. Elsie Slaughter on the quarterback keeper gets all the way up. Looks like to the 3-yard line, so it's only going to be a gain of 2.
8 for 3.
It'll be 2nd and 8 at the 3-yard line. St. Thomas Aquinas, they've got to get out of their own end zone. Slaughter lines up under center. And it's a handoff play up the middle as he crosses the 5-yard line and gets all the way up to the 7.
And up number 23, Callan Arndt.
Callan Arnott this time on the carry. Gets a gain of maybe 4. It'll be 3rd and 4 coming up at the 7.
Gain of 4.
A pretty fast football game here in Kansas City, Missouri, as we're already halfway through the 3rd quarter. 5:05 left to go here in the 3rd. 3rd and 4 at the 7-yard line for the Saints. Slaughter lines up under center again. And it looks like it's a read option, and he's going to be close to the 1st down marker. We'll see if he got enough. Looks like he's going to be just short as he's marked down at the 10-yard line. It'll be 4th and 1. And St. Thomas Aquinas is keeping the offense out on the field.
Gain of 3 brings up 4th and 10.
4th and 1 at the 10-yard line. And St. Thomas Aquinas does bring the punt team out. That would have been something right there if they had gone for it on 4th and 1 at their own 10-yard line. But they do bring the punt team out. And Rockhurst gets a stop on defense here in the middle of the 3rd quarter after failing to punch it into the end zone from 1 yard out. 4:10 left to go here in the 3rd. And this punt is a high booming punt. And it's going to be fair caught at the 41-yard line. Fair caught by Pierce Fisher, and the Hawklets will have excellent field position here to start their next drive. And again, it was a goal line stand for the St. Thomas Aquinas defense. And Rockhurst failed to punch it into the end zone, but they'll have a chance at redemption here when we come back right here on 810varsity.com.
I love the sound of someone getting their money's worth. I mean, where else are you going to get like that for 99 cents? Only in Casey's Country. It's not crazy, it's Casey's. For a limited time, get medium fountain drinks for just 99 cents.
And we're back on the air. It's 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line of St. Thomas Aquinas here for Rockhurst. And it's a handoff play to the right side, and he's going to be met immediately in the backfield, and he's slammed down to the ground back at the 45-yard line.
Hand off to Cash Lewandowski.
Cash Lewandowski might have lost 4 yards right there as A swarm of white and gold was all over Lewandowski. They're going to give him a gain of 1. I initially thought that he had lost 4 yards, but they give him forward progress. And it's going to be 2nd down and 9 at the 40. 3:30 left to go here in the third. And we're barely an hour and a half into this game, and we're already midway through the third. With a 20-minute intermission, of course, at halftime. Luce is going to take the snap in the gun. He's flushed, and he's going to be sacked back at the 47-yard line.
Sacked by number 20, Kalen Curtis.
Kalen Curtis on the sack for St. Thomas Aquinas.
14 at the 45.
And it looked like the Saints showed blitz, and it worked out to perfection. It'll be 3rd and long for the Hawklets. A big play coming up. 3rd and 14 at the St. Thomas Aquinas 45. Luce is going to run to the sideline to get the call, and he will run back to the huddle. Again, this drive is an opportunity for Rockhurst to get some sort of redemption after being stopped right at the goal line. Luce is going to take the snap in the gun. Rolls out to his right. He's flushed, and he's going to be sacked again back at the Rockhurst 48-yard line.
Crew Hewenfeld.
And we'll see who comes up with the sack, and it looks like Crew Hinfield for St. Thomas Aquinas gets the sack, and they force a 3 and out. Oh, Rockhurst had excellent field position to start this next drive, or this drive rather, at the St. Thomas Aquinas 41-yard line, and now they're pushed back to their own 48. The Saints defense has been unbelievable so far tonight. This one's a booming punt. It's going to take a bounce at the 10, and it rolls out of bounds. It looks like it's going to be out of bounds at the 10-yard line. It looked like it bounced out of bounds at the 8, but they're going to mark it out at the 10-yard line, and that's where the Saints will begin their next drive.
Bedrock Concrete has been serving the Kansas City metro area.
1:48 left to go here in the third quarter. It's been a defensive battle between these two, and there were a lot of points scored in last year's game. That game ended up going into overtime. For Rockhurst came back after being down 28-0. And they were able to tie it up at 38 apiece going into overtime and scored on the first possession. And then again, Aquinas was able to score, but then the extra point got blocked. Here's a handoff play to the right side, and it looked like
LZ Slaughter, the keeper.
LZ Slaughter kept it himself on the quarterback keeper. Initially, I had thought that Callan Arditt got the carry, but Slaughter gets a gain of 11, and it'll be a Saints first down. 1st and 10 coming up at the 21-yard line. 1:25 left to go here in the third quarter. Slaughter again will line up under center, with Arnett lining up right behind him. He'll send a receiver in motion. He's going to roll out to the left, and he's going to keep it himself. And he's going to get all the way up to the 25. So it's only going to be a gain of 4. It looked like Sullivan got there on the tackle for Rockhurst. 52 seconds left to go here in the third. At least 2nd and 5 at the 26. So Slaughter ended up getting a gain of 5 instead of a gain of 4. Clock continuing to tick. Now it's at 35 seconds. And of course, if you're St. Thomas Aquinas, you want to draw out as much of the clock as you can. And Slaughter's going to keep it himself on the quarterback keeper. He'll cross the 30. He's still on his feet. But then he'll be dragged down to the ground at the 32. Might be marked down at the 33. And in fact, he will be down at the 33. And it will be enough for another Saints first down. 15 seconds left to go. We'll see if St. Thomas Aquinas gets another playoff before the end of this quarter. And it appears that they're going to let the rest of this clock play out here in the third. And we're approaching triple zeros. Down to 2, down to 1. And there it is, triple zeros on the scoreboard. And we still have a 7-0 score between St. Thomas Aquinas and Rockhurst. St. Thomas Aquinas, when we come back here to start the fourth quarter, it'll be 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. We'll be back after this commercial break.
Price Chopper and Kansas City go together. Like burgers and backyard barbecues. Like a hard day's work and a warm welcome home. Like hot dogs and hot days at the K. Like the game-winning hit and the post-game celebration. We're proud to call Kansas City home. And proud to be local families serving local families like yours. Thank you, Kansas City, for always having a place for us at your table.
Get a shake with your points and some fries on the side with your points.
You get more with every order.
Get a Whataburger or a patty melt or some breakfast with the point.
You get more with every order.
Get a biscuit or a brownie, but no matter what you pick, you get more.
Like your favorite Whataburger or whatever, cause it all gives you more with Whataburger Rewards.
And we're back on the air on a10varsity.com. My name's Austin Eckert. Thank you all so much for tuning in and choosing to spend your Friday evening with us. And it's now fourth quarter action here at Rockhurst High School with St. Thomas Aquinas leading it 7-0. And the lone score came late in the first half with 12 seconds left to go in the second quarter, thanks to a 6-yard pass from Elsie Slaughter. Again, connecting with Callan Arnott. Fourth quarter action about to get underway, and it all comes down to this. It's a rivalry matchup between these two, and these next 12 minutes are going to matter for both of these squads. Again, St. Thomas Aquinas looking to stay undefeated. Rockhurst looking to bounce back after a tough loss on the road last week against Blue Springs. And it's going to be a handoff play up the middle. We'll see who gets the carry. Hard to tell from my angle.
Jeff Ketty on the tackle. Queen of 6. Second and 4.
It's only going to be a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 at the 39 here for St. Thomas Aquinas. 11:30 left to go here in this game. The Saints have the ball at their own 39, 2nd and 4. Slaughter lines up under center. And Hull keeping himself on the quarterback keeper with a little hesitation right before he ran up to the line. And he'll get tackled right around the 43, it looks like.
Elsie Slaughter on the carry.
Elsie Slaughter got some forward progress before he got pushed back a couple of yards. It'll be enough for another Saints first down. And really, their main objective on this drive is to hold on to the ball for as long as they can because, of course, it's been a pretty fast game here in Kansas City. And like I was talking about, we're a little over an hour and a half into this game, and we're already here late in the second half. Slaughter again lines up under center, and he's going to drop back to pass, and he rolls out to the left. He's going to keep it himself. He'll cross midfield. He'll get near the first down marker as he's pushed out of bounds at the 48.
Scramble.
And that'll stop the clock at 10:42 as he runs out of bounds at the Rockhurst 48.
Now, 2nd and 1.
It'll be 2nd down and 1 coming up for the Saints. Second and 1 at the 48. Slaughter lines up under center. Again, he'll hand it off to the right side, and he's going to get close to the first down marker, but Rockhurst front line was all over it.
Callan Arnott on the carry.
Callan Arnott again on the carry. We'll see if he gets enough for the first down. He might be just short. And they do move the sticks. They move the sticks late.
Gain of 1.
As I'm kind of observing up front, folks, lots of Rockhurst fans not very pleased with the fact that they ruled it a first down late. It seemed like there was a little bit of confusion as to where they marked the ball down, but it'll be 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line for St. Thomas Aquinas. A handoff play again to the right side to Arnott.
To Callan Arnott.
And we do have some whistles after the play. Declan Sullivan on the tackle. It looked like a Rockhurst player's helmet came off. And he'll have to come off the field for only one play. And coming in place. Looks like that's Jack Sprague, along with a couple of other substitutions. So a Rockhurst player's helmet came off. 9:50 left to go in this game. 2nd down and 4 at the 41-yard line of Rockhurst for the Saints. St. Thomas Aquinas taking their time. The play clock at 10 seconds. And they'll pitch it out to the left side to Arnott, and he tries to find an edge, and he loses the football, but it's out of bounds. No, wait, it might be still in play. I think St. Thomas Aquinas fell right on top of it. I thought the ball had gone out of bounds, but it looked like it had stayed in play. It was hard to tell from my angle. Of course, all those players and coaches right in front of the action.
Fumble on the play recovered by Aquinas.
So the fumble is recovered by the Saints, but it'll bring up 3rd and long. Not what they wanted to happen right there. But at least they got the ball back and they didn't give it up to the Hawklets. 3rd and long coming up at the 49-yard line. And it's a pitch play to the right side as he tries to find an edge, and he gets tackled at the 42, but there is a flag thrown all the way back at the 49-yard line of St. Thomas Aquinas. Multiple flags on the field, actually.
Braden Conley on the carry. There is a penalty flag on the play.
Braden Conley on the carry this time for Aquinas. And we'll see what the call is on the field. There were multiple flags thrown in the middle of that play. It's a holding call on St. Thomas Aquinas. And it'll bring up 3rd down. So Rockhurst accepts the penalty. And it'll move him back about 10 yards. It'll move him back all the way to the 41-yard line, it looks like. 3rd and extremely long for St. Thomas Aquinas.
41.
It'll be 3rd and 22 for the Saints. And they've got a lot of ground to make up.
Down in 22 with the 41.
One receiver set out to the right this time. Slaughter lines up under center. And he's going to keep it himself on the quarterback keeper as he rolls out to the right. And it looks like he's going to be tackled right around the 48. Looked like St. Thomas Aquinas wanted a face mask call. As you can clearly see Slaughter being dragged down to the ground near his helmet. I'm not sure if there were any flags were thrown in the middle of that play, but
Gain of 10 brings up 4th and 12.
Very surprised to see no face mask penalty. I clearly did see Slaughter's helmet kind of come down a little bit and saw a hand up there, but it'll be 4th and 12, and Aquinas is going to punt the ball away to the Hawklets. And here's the punt. It's a low punt. It's going to be fielded at the 21-yard line. He's going to roll out to the right, crosses the 25, gets to the 30, and he gets pushed out of bounds at the 34. Pierce Fisher on the return for the Hawklets. Gets a good return, and the Hawklets will have pretty good field position to start this next drive. As we go back to the previous 2 drives here in the second half, Rockhurst drove the ball down the field efficiently, but then was stopped right at the goal line. And then on the next drive, they started at the St. Thomas Aquinas 41-yard line, and then they were pushed back to their own 48.
6 yards on the punt, 13.
And it just goes to show you how good the St. Thomas Aquinas defense has been so far tonight. But with 7:36 left to go here in the 4th quarter, Rockhurst is going to have to come up with something here in the final moments of this game.
Contractors with labor need.
We'll see what they can do. Charlie Luce lining up in the gun, 2 receivers out to the left. He's going to take the snap, and it's a screen play over the middle, and it's caught, crosses the 40, and gets tackled at the 44.5-yard line. Von Fahm on the catch, on the running back screen play. Gets all the way up to the 44, and it'll be 2nd and short. 2nd and 2 coming up at the 44. And they need to get to the 46 for a 1st down. 7:06 left to go in this game. Rockhurst looking to punch it into the end zone and tie this game up. And if they want to do that, they're going to have to do it here on this drive. Play action pass from Luce. Rolls out to his right. He's met with some pressure. Throws it down to the ground near the sideline. Threw it into the direction of Blake Thomas.
Charlie Luce's pass, center, number 4, Blake.
And you can see Charlie Luce getting a little frustrated after that play. Looked like there was some miscommunication between him and his receivers. But they'll look to bounce back here on this next play. 3rd and short at the 44-yard line. 6:48 left to go after the incomplete pass. Kevin Sullivan checking out of the game for Rockhurst. And Luce is going to line up in the I formation and under center. He's going to hand it off, and he's going to be close to the first down marker. We'll see if he got enough. Pierce Fisher on the carry. And it looks like he did get enough for the first down as the sticks abruptly stopped for a moment, but then they were finally moving down the far sideline, and it'll be enough for a Rockhurst first down. 6:30 left to go in this game. And Rockhurst has the ball at their own 46. Again, they're looking to punch it into the end zone and to tie this game up at 7 apiece. It's been a defensive battle between these two teams tonight. Play action pass from Luce. Fires it to the near side, and it's caught at the 50, and he'll get pushed out of bounds near the 47. And he completes that pass to Bo Newberger. We'll see how much he got. It'll be a gain of 5 on the pass play from Luce to Newberger. 2nd down and 5 coming up at the St. Thomas Aquinas 49. 5:48 left to go in this game. Luce is going to line up in the gun with the back lined up to his left. Handoff play up the middle, and he's not going to get much, as he might have only gotten a gain of 1. Pierce Fisher this time on the carry.
Zion Thornton and number 20, Kalen Curtis.
Zion Thornton on the tackle for Aquinas. They do indeed give Pierce Fisher a gain of 1. So it'll be 3rd down and 4. This might be one of the biggest plays of the game. 3rd and short, but it'll be 3rd and 4 at the 48-yard line of St. Thomas Aquinas here for the Hawklets. Big 3rd down play coming up. Luce lines up in the I formation under center. Play action pass, rolls out to his left, fires it down the far sideline, and it's over the head of his receiver and incomplete. But there is a flag thrown right at the end of the play, and it looks like it's going to be pass interference on the Saints. And the incomplete pass stops the clock at 4:47 here in the 4th. But there is going to be a pass interference penalty called on the Saints. And of course, if you're St. Thomas Aquinas, kind of punching yourself right there. Can't give up that type of penalty on that particular 3rd down play, especially with how fast this game has gone. It's a 15-yard penalty, and we'll see where they mark the Hawklets after the 15-yard pass interference penalty. But nevertheless, they're going to have excellent field position after the penalty. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 33-yard line of Aquinas. Again, 4:47 left to go in this game. Rockhurst looking to punch it into the end zone after a rough outing in the 3rd quarter and those 2 drives that they had. But they have an opportunity for redemption here. Play action pass from Luce, and it's going to be incomplete. And he tried to find Bo Newberger, but he underthrew it. And he was met with some pressure immediately as well. The blitz worked to perfection for Aquinas. And it'll be 2nd and 10. 4:43 left to go in this game. And the pass interference penalty from Aquinas moved the Hawklets all the way up to the 33. And it was a 3rd down and 4 play. And really, I was talking about how big of a play that was, or big of a moment, rather. And it ended up being a pass interference penalty on Aquinas. And now Rockhurst has the ball at the Aquinas 33. Luce fires it to the near side, and it's caught as he crosses the 25-yard line. Blake Thomas this time on the catch.
Tackle by number 21, Dallas.
4:30 left to go in this game. He'll be marked down at the 26-yard line. It'll be 3rd and short coming up.
The 26.
3rd down and 3. 4:20 left to go in this game. And again, another big 3rd down play. And of course, your Aquinas can't afford to give up another penalty like they did on that 3rd and 4 play a few moments ago. We'll see what Rockhurst can do here. 3rd and 3 at the 26-yard line. Luce lines up under center. He's going to hand it off up the middle to Pierce Fisher, it looks like. And he's going to get close to the 1st down marker. We'll see where they mark him down. It looks like he's going to be right at the marker.
To Pierce Fisher.
And Pierce Fisher might have gotten enough for the 1st down, and it appears he did. It is going to be on
Joseph Walker. Gain of 3.
Well, so I'm kind of looking over to the far sideline. There's some confusion as to whether or not it was a 1st down, but they do move the sticks, and Pierce Fisher gets a gain of 4, I believe, on the run play, and it'll be enough for a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line with a little under 3.5 minutes left to go. 2 receivers out to the left. It's another handoff play to the right side, and he's not going to get anything right there. It looked like Pierce Fisher got the carry again.
And off to Pierce Fisher, stopped by Crew Hewenfeld.
2nd down and 10 coming up, and folks, the clock is ticking pretty quickly, I'd say. And we now have 3 minutes left to go, and really for Rockhurst now their objective is to hang on to the ball for as long as they can, but of course try to punch it into the end zone and get the extra point to go through the uprights and tie the game up at 7 apiece. That would be their best case scenario. Luce lines up under center. In the I formation, he's going to drop back to pass, fires it to the near side, and it's caught, crosses the 20-yard line, and gets tackled right around the 17. Blake Thomas this time on the catch.
Number 29, Gunnar Greason on the stop.
Gunnar Greason for St. Thomas Aquinas tackles Blake Thomas at the 16-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and 4 at the 17. Another big 3rd down play. The 3rd straight big 3rd down play that we've seen on this drive. Luce is going to line up under center, and there is some motion up front. We'll see if this is going to be encroachment on St. Thomas Aquinas or perhaps a false start penalty. We'll find out here in a moment. And it is indeed going to be encroachment on St. Thomas Aquinas, and it will be an automatic 1st down for the Hawklets. And again, another penalty. It's kind of beaten up St. Thomas Aquinas themselves. You had that pass interference penalty a moment ago on 3rd and 4, and then on 3rd and 3, it's an encroachment penalty that gives them an automatic 1st down. So the Rockhurst Hawklets have had some luck here on this drive, but the only thing that matters is if they punch it in the end zone or not. Luce is going to line up in the gun. He'll take the snap, and he's going to lob it down the corner, and it looks like it's going to be incomplete. And Luce got hit hard after he fired that pass to the far side corner of the end zone. Looked like he tried to connect with Riley Sullivan. That will stop the clock at 1 minute and 48. Second down and 10 coming up at the 12. Still a 7-0 score, and it's been a defensive game all night long. We'll see if Rockhurst here can punch it into the end zone. Luce is going to fire to the near side. It's going to be caught, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds near the 5-yard line. Bo Newberger on the catch. And he's going to be close to the 1st down marker, but if he didn't get enough, it might be 3rd and short. And indeed, it'll be 3rd and 3. The clock stops at 1 minute and 43 seconds. 3rd and 3 coming up at the 5-yard line. And the Hawklets just need to get all the way up to the 2-yard line to set up 1st and goal and have 4 more opportunities to punch it into the end zone, because really this is 4 down territory. Luce lines up under center. He's going to pitch it out to the right side, jukes a defender, and he's going to get tackled right around the 4-yard line. Might have gotten a gain of 1. Pierce Fisher on the carry. It's going to be 4th and 2. He doesn't get enough for the first down. And folks, it all comes down to this, but we do have a timeout on the field, and Rockhurst is going to use their first timeout of the second half here with 1:23 left to go here in this game. It'll be 4th and 2 for the Hawklets at the St. Thomas Aquinas 4-yard line as they try to punch it into the end zone and tie this game up late here in the 4th quarter. We'll go ahead and step aside for a commercial break. We'll be back momentarily.
I love the sound of someone getting their money's worth. I mean, where else are you going to get ahs like that for 99 cents? Only in Casey's Country. It's not crazy, it's Casey's. For a limited time, get medium fountain drinks for just 99 cents.
Rock State. Rockhurst is excited to renew its partnership with 810 Varsity. Varsity football games will be broadcast and live streamed at 810varsity.com.
Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us right here on 810varsity.com. My name is Austin Eckert, and once again, thank you all so much for spending your Friday evening with us. And folks, 1:23 left to go here in this game. 4th and 2 coming up for the Hawklets. And if you go back to what happened early in the 3rd quarter, St. Thomas Aquinas got to stop right at the goal line, and they're going to need some of that magic here on this next play. But Rockhurst, they definitely have got to punch it into the end zone, at least get to the 2-yard line. 4th and 2 at the 4-yard line. This is the biggest play of the game. Loose lines up under center, and there is a flag thrown right before the snap. And it's going to be a false start penalty. No, it's actually going to be... Oh, I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Hang on for a second. There is some commotion going on in the stands. I'm not exactly sure what the call is on the field. It's an illegal substitution for St. Thomas Aquinas. Wow. On 4th and 2, it's an illegal substitution. That's the 3rd penalty that we've seen on this drive that St. Thomas Aquinas has given up and given Rockhurst some life here in this game. On 4th and 2, an illegal substitution penalty. I was so confused with the commotion and what was going on with the flag as well. Handoff play up the middle as he tries to get to the goal line, and it looks like he's going to be just short. And if so, he'd only be down at the 1-yard line, but the officials are talking it over. No, it's going to be a touchdown. It's a touchdown for Rockhurst.
And on to Pierce Fisher.
Pierce Fisher runs it in from 2 yards out. And they capitalize off the illegal substitution penalty from St. Thomas Aquinas. And it all comes down to this extra point. They've got to get it to knock through the uprights to tie this game up at 7 apiece. Pierce Fisher running it in from 2 yards out. But we do have some whistles rather. There is a timeout called by St. Thomas Aquinas. Perhaps they're just trying to ice the Rockhurst kicker. It is indeed a big extra point coming up. But Pierce Fisher runs it in from 2 yards out to make the score 7-6. But again, we haven't had the extra point happen yet. But St. Thomas Aquinas is trying to ice the Rockhurst kicker to maybe perhaps see if that'll work and get the kicker to miss the extra point. But going back to that drive, folks, it's a pass interference penalty, an encroachment penalty, and a illegal substitution penalty that gave Rockhurst life in this drive. And Pierce Fisher capitalizing off of that illegal substitution penalty from 2 yards out. But it all comes down to this extra point. 1:06 left to go in this game. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is through the uprights. And we are tied at 7 apiece. Again, Pierce Fisher running it in from 2 yards out. And we have a tie ball game here at 7 apiece. And we're going to have an exciting finish to this matchup, folks, and perhaps another overtime end result here from both of these squads. If you go back to last year's game, rather a lot more points were scored in that game, but Rockhurst overcame that 28-0 deficit, and were able to tie it up at 38 apiece, forcing overtime. They were able to score on their first possession, and then St. Thomas Aquinas got the ball, and then they missed the extra point because it ricocheted off of a Rockhurst's helmet, I believe. I went back and read the story on last year's game, and I believe that's what happened. I think a Rockhurst player might have gotten a touch on the football, and then it ricocheted off of a Rockhurst player's helmet, perhaps. But this time around, it's a low-scoring game here at 7 apiece. And, folks, we could be heading to another overtime here between Aquinas and Rockhurst. But we still have 1:06 left to play. And the Hawklets, they have some life in this football game now as they tie it up at 7 apiece, thanks to a 2-yard run from Pierce Fisher. And St. Thomas Aquinas called a timeout right before the extra point because they wanted to try and ice the kicker, but it didn't work out. And here is the kickoff. It's rather a pooch kick. It's going to be fielded at the 20-yard line. He's going to take it out as he runs down the far sideline, and he's going to get tackled right around the 24.
Fielded it for 21, but Taylor, tackled by number 44, Gage Nelson.
Looked like that was Bryson Taylor, I believe, for St. Thomas Aquinas. They got the return. 1:01 left to go in this game. And St. Thomas Aquinas will have the ball at their own 23-yard line here with 1:01 left to go in this game. Everybody here in Rockhurst High School getting up on their feet, cheering loud for their home team. 1st and 10. Slaughter lines up under center. He's going to pitch it out to the left side. Gets to the 30, gets to the 40, down the near sideline, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds right around the 47. Callanart, again on the carry, gets all the way up to the 47-yard line. It'll be more than enough for a first down. But that's a big run right there from Callanart. And he did get the first score of the evening thanks to a 6-yard pass from Slaughter to him. We'll see if they go back to him here. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. And it's a quarterback keeper up the middle. And he might have gotten a gain of 11. This time it's Slaughter on the carry, keeping it himself. It's a gain of 11. Gets all the way up to the 42. It'll be enough for St. Thomas Aquinas first down. And Aquinas, they have 2 timeouts remaining. And he's going to pitch it back. And he's going to be tackled out of bounds. They might keep the clock rolling, or might have gotten out of bounds right at the right time. And it's Conley this time on the pitch play. And he gets all the way out to the, actually it's going to be a loss of 2. Gets pushed back to the 44. And it will be 2nd down and 12. He did in fact get out of bounds. So that stops the clock at 36 seconds. 36 seconds left to go in this game. Slaughter lines up under center. And there is a flag thrown right after the snap. It's a false start penalty on St. Thomas Aquinas. And a 5-yard penalty will push them back all the way to the 49-yard line, their own 49-yard line, or maybe it'll be
puts the ball 49 second.
It'll in fact be pushed back to their, actually the Rockhurst 49-yard line. I thought that had gotten pushed back to their own 49, but they do have the ball on Rockhurst side of the field. But the 5-yard penalty will push them back to the 49. It'll be 2nd and long, 2nd and 17. 35 seconds left to go in this game. And Slaughter's going to hand it off up the middle. Gets to the 45. It's going to be a gain of 4.
Jack Manning on the tackle.
Jack Manning on the tackle. Callanart on the carry for Aquinas. 20 seconds left to go, and the clock is continuing to tick. St. Thomas Aquinas has 2 timeouts. They're going to just go for it right here, 3rd and long. Slaughter drops back to pass, and it's caught right at the 34-yard line, and they're going to call a timeout.
Slaughter, the number 11, Brett Yankovic.
Brett Yankovic on the catch. And Aquinas does call their timeout, their second timeout here in the second half. 5 seconds left to go, and
Timeout Aquinas.
I don't know if Aquinas goes to their kicker and try to win the game now, or if they try to get one more play to get closer to the uprights to give their kicker a chance to win this game for him here in this rivalry matchup. 5 seconds left to go. Again, it was a pass play from Slaughter to Yankovic all the way up to the 34-yard line of Rockhurst. It'll be interesting to see what they decide to do here. And I think they're going to bring the offense out, and in fact, they will. 5 seconds left to go. It'll actually be 4th and 1. 4th and 1 at the 34-yard line of Rockhurst.
51-yard.
Actually, it'll be a field goal coming up.
Carson Patrick Holder.
51-yard field goal to win it for St. Thomas Aquinas. And there is going to be a timeout called by Rockhurst to try and ice the kicker.
Timeout. Rockhurst. Their second charge. Timeout left.
So Rockhurst does call a timeout. In fact, St. Thomas Aquinas does go to their kicker to try to win the game from 51 yards out, but there is a timeout on the field. But we'll keep it on the air. We won't step aside for a commercial break, but man, it's been an interesting game, a defensive game, and of course, been talking about it a little bit. Definitely expected a lot of points to be scored, but both defenses have been all over the place tonight. Really got to give credit to both defenses for how they've played tonight. But Michael Dofler is going to come on to attempt the 51-yard field goal to try and win the game for the Saints. Michael Dofler, the left-footed kicker. Actually, the right-footed kicker, I'd say. Michael Dofler from 51 yards out to win the game for St. Thomas Aquinas. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is blocked, and it's recovered by Rockhurst. They're going to try and take it back. We'll see if they can find some open grass. He's going to switch the field to the right side, and he's still on his feet, and he's going to get tackled at the 45. The field goal is blocked, and we are heading to overtime here in Kansas City. Wow. What an insane sequence of events. And it could have been a blocked field goal return for Rockhurst, but St. Thomas Aquinas, of course, was ready for it, and they were able to tackle him right at the 45. But we are going into overtime after the 51-yard field goal from Michael Dofler was blocked. And this is the second overtime game that I've called for high school football in general. You have to go back to, I guess, right around this time last year, maybe a year ago today, perhaps. I was over in Lawrence, Kansas, calling the city showdown between Free State and Lawrence High. Game was played at Free State, and that was an insane finish. Free State was able to break the 17-7 tie, and they scored with 38 seconds left to go. And then on 3rd and long, with about 20 seconds left to go, at like their own 43-yard line, 45, I don't remember. But they were pretty far back. Lawrence High was able to connect on a long pass play, and they ran it in for a touchdown, of course. And they were able to tie the game up at 24 apiece, and then it forced overtime, and Lawrence High was able to come away with the victory on the road. But it's crazy how a year ago, almost today, I was calling an overtime game, and here I am doing it again a year later. 1:20 left to go here in this intermission period, and we'll figure out who gets the ball first, and we'll figure out who starts on defense first as well. I think they're going to have another coin toss at midfield to decide that. But we will step aside for a brief commercial break, and then, of course, when we come back on the air, I will let you guys know who will start with the ball first here in this first overtime period. 7-7 here between St. Thomas Aquinas and Rockhurst, and we are heading into overtime. We'll be right back.
I love the sound of someone getting their money's worth. I mean, where else are you going to get ahs like that for 99 cents? Only in Casey's Country. It's not crazy, it's Casey's. For a limited time, get medium fountain drinks for just 99 cents.
Get a shake with your points and some fries on the side with your points.
You get more with every order.
Get a Whataburger or a patty melt or some breakfast with the points.
You get more with every order.
Get a biscuit or a brownie, but no matter what you pick, you get more.
Like your favorite Whataburger or whatever, 'cause it all gives you more with Whataburger Rewards.
Price Chopper and Kansas City go together. Like burgers and backyard barbecues. Like a hard day's work and a warm welcome home. Like hot dogs and hot days at the K. Like the game-winning hit and the post-game celebration. We're proud to call Kansas City home. And proud to be local families serving local families like yours. Thank you, Kansas City, for always having a place for us at your table.
Hello, and welcome back to our live coverage of high school football right here on A10varsity.com. And it's a rivalry matchup here between St. Thomas Aquinas and Rockhurst, and we are heading into overtime. I'm going to wait a moment to see who will get the ball first. They're doing the coin toss at midfield right now. Give me a second. Rockhurst won the toss, and they have elected to start on defense. And St. Thomas Aquinas is gonna work from right to left here to start this overtime period. So Rockhurst wins the toss, and they elect to start on defense. Of course, that's the smart decision. Of course, if you're going into an overtime game and you win the toss, you of course want to start on defense, because if you get a stop on defense, you have an opportunity to score and end the game as such. But St. Thomas Aquinas will get the ball to start this first overtime period. And they're going to start at the 25-yard line. What a game. And what a crazy sequence of events to end regulation.
Thomas Aquinas first.
It might have been a defensive game, folks, but sometimes defensive games can be pretty exciting, and this one has shaped up to be as such. 1st and 10 at the 25 as we begin overtime here at Rockhurst. First and 10. He's going to roll out to his right, and he's going to pitch it back as he gets all the way up to the 20-yard line.
Pitch to Calinard.
Calinard it on the pitch play, gets all the way up to the 20. It's going to be a gain of 5.
Gage Nelson and Jeff Kenny on the stop.
And really throughout the course of this game, they've been
2nd and 5 at the 20.
heavy with the triple option. And some of it's worked out to their favor. Really, they got it to work out on their final drive in the regulation period in the 4th quarter. But the 51-yard field goal was blocked. And Slaughter's going to keep it himself to the left side this time as he gets all the way up to the 17, it looks like.
Slaughter on the carry.
LZ Slaughter might have gotten a gain of 3.
Jeff Kenny
And
on the
it will
tackle.
be 3rd and short coming up for Aquinas.
Gain of 3. 3rd down and 2 at the 17.
3rd and 2 coming up at the 17. Slaughter lines up under center. 3rd and 2. Handoff play to the right side, and he finds some open grass in front of him, and he runs into the end zone. Touchdown, St. Thomas Aquinas. And who else but Callan Arnott. And he runs it in from 17 yards out. And St. Thomas Aquinas takes the lead here in the first overtime period with the extra point coming up.
Michael Dorfler in to attempt the extra point. Carson Patrick to hold.
This is indeed an important extra point. They're going to have to knock it through the uprights, of course. Here's the snap, hold, kick is high up in the air, and it is through the uprights. And that now makes the score 14-7, St. Thomas Aquinas. Callan Arnott running in from 17 yards out, making the score 14-7. And Rockhurst is going to get the ball to try and tie it up and force a second overtime period. Well, it really has been the Callan Arnott show. And now he has 2 touchdowns tonight. He had a passing touch or a reception for a touchdown. It was a 6-yard touchdown pass from Slaughter to Arnott. And now he gets a rushing touchdown from 17 yards out here in this first overtime period. We'll see if Rockhurst can respond and tie this game up to force a second overtime period. Of course, they could go for 2 and win it in that fashion. But we'll see what happens here. And Luce is going to dump it off to the near side, and it's caught by Newberger. Gets pushed out of bounds near the 15.
Knocked out of bounds on number 1, Gabe Spees.
And they're going to mark him down at the 17. That's where he got pushed out of bounds.
Second and 2.
It's a gain of 8 from Luce to Newberger. Second down and 2 coming up. Luce is going to line up in the gun with a back lined up to his right. He's going to send Blake Thomas in motion. And he's not going to get much right there. Might have only gotten a gain of 1. Pierce Fisher this time on the carry.
Joseph Walker.
And he might have gotten a loss of 1. And it appears he did. It'll be 3rd and 3 at the 18. And as I've said many times in the past couple of minutes of this game, big 3rd down play coming up. 3rd and 3 at the 18. St. Thomas Aquinas, they've been playing very well defensively. They need another stop here. Pierce Fisher this time on the pitch play and gets all the way up to the 15. Looks like he did get enough for the first down, or maybe in fact he was just inches short. We'll find out in a minute.
Gain of 2, 4th and 1 at the 16.
It's a gain of 2 for Pierce Fisher. 4th and 1 coming up at the 16. And there's going to be a timeout on the field.
Rockhurst.
It'll be a timeout for Rockhurst as they talk things over. And this 4th down and 1 play, it all comes down to this. This play will ultimately decide this game. But we'll keep it on the air and really just kind of break down what happened here in these last few moments. St. Thomas Aquinas, they tried to win it with a 51-yard field goal, but it was blocked. Rockhurst tried to take it back for a touchdown, but then they got tackled at their own 45-yard line. And then Callan Arnott ran it in from 17 yards out, making the score 14-7. And now Rockhurst has the ball at the 16-yard line, 4th and 1 coming up. There's been so many moments towards the end of this game that I've said, oh, it's a big play, it's a big play. It really has been that way throughout the ending of this game. And the Rockhurst offense will take the field in a moment. St. Thomas Aquinas ready. And the defense has been out there for almost 30 seconds. They're ready for this 4th down and 1 play. It all comes down to this. 4th and 1 at the 16-yard line. Luce is going to roll out to his left. Tries to find a pass, and it's caught. Down to the 5. Hurdles into the end zone. Rather front flipping into the end zone. Touchdown, Rockhurst. Bo Newberger on the reception. And Luce lobbed it up to Newberger. And he front flipped his way into the end zone. I thought he had hurdled a defender going into the end zone, but then I saw his legs up high into the air. And he front flips his way into the end zone, 14-13, with the extra point coming up.
Sandro Nicotra in to attempt the extra point. Charlie loose the hole.
13-14, St. Thomas Aquinas leads it. However, Rockhurst will have a chance to tie it up here with the extra point. Low snap, and it's going to be a fake. It all comes down to this. Luce fires it into the end zone, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted. A low snap, and Luce had to make something out of nothing.
Thomas Aquinas 14, Rockhurst 13.
Wow. What an unbelievable ending to this game. You've got to be kidding me. A botched snap, and Charlie Luce had to roll out to his right to try to find an open receiver. And wow, unbelievable. But folks, this is what rivalry games are made of. You never know what's going to happen. You never know how it's going to play out. And ultimately, you really don't know who will end up winning because both teams have a fighting chance. But St. Thomas Aquinas, they come out on top here in overtime on the road. And I just realized last year, Rockhurst won it by 1 point in overtime on the road against St. Thomas Aquinas. And now a year later, St. Thomas Aquinas wins it by a point on the road against Rockhurst. You can't script it any better than that. Wow. St. Thomas Aquinas, they win it in overtime with the botched extra point snap, and Charlie Luce just had to pick it up and roll out to his right, tried to find an open receiver in the end zone. It was intercepted. And the botched snap on the extra point leads to the 1 point victory here in overtime for St. Thomas Aquinas. Wow. Last year, Rockhurst won it by 1 point in overtime, and now St. Thomas Aquinas wins it by 1 point in overtime. Wow. Unbelievable. Well, folks, I do apologize once again for the late start. I had some technical difficulties, and we had to make some things happen, but we finally got up on the air, and I appreciate your guys' patience. I do apologize for the late start, but hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. I had a lot of fun being here at Rockhurst High School, and it was a great battle here between these two. And St. Thomas Aquinas is going to move on to 6-0 on the season, and Rockhurst is going to lose their first game at home this season, and they're going to drop to 5-2. And you could see some of the students, or I could see some of the students here for Rockhurst High clapping for their team and telling them good job, despite the loss. And really, that's what it comes down to. And now they're going to sing their school song together and try to console with one another. And St. Thomas Aquinas, they win it in overtime by a point. They get revenge on Rockhurst for what happened last year. They win it 14-13. Once again, my name's Austin Ecker. Just wanted to say once again, thank you all so much for tuning in to A10varsity.com. I had a lot of fun calling this game tonight, and hope to see you all for the next one. St. Thomas Aquinas wins it 14-13 in overtime. Thank you all so much, and have a good night.